the protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, the great people of Kenya Pharmaceutical Association, Nairobi branch. We are more than humble. Sorry, sir, voice is not clear. Okay, we are more than humble today. Okay, you know when God opened the door, they start pouring in, yeah? So all of them are working now. So the great people of the Great Republic of Kenya Pharmaceutical Association, Nairobi branch, we take this opportunity, and especially as Kenya National Union of Pharmaceutical Technologists, to greatly thank the leadership of Nairobi, under the great able leadership of Chairman Tony Mbitu, and the whole executive for inviting us through the office of the Secretary General, Bwana Cletus Otieno. I therefore wish to take a few minutes just to introduce the leadership of union that came along with me before I could just make a very brief presentation. Please, the union leaders who are here, the Nairobi branch leaders, come forth. The county chief pharmaceutical technologists, come forth. So I'll just give them at least 3 seconds to say their name, and then we go to the next. Also, the SG National, please also come forth. So you'll say your name and the office you represent here. Thank you, Mose.
Good evening, all. I go by the name Kelvin Gitonga. I'm the branch secretary, KNUPT, Nairobi branch. Comrades, power.
Habari ya jioni. Mnaniona vizuri? Mnaniona vizuri kabisa? Mimi ndio Sifuma, Nairobi County Chairperson.
His name is Sifuma. So I know the other one is Sifuna. Yes.
I hope once I knew a unionist, always a unionist. If I say comrades power, comrades tibim. Okay, I was once a unionist, bado iko kwa damu. Anyway, I'm Tom Christopher Olida. The county pharmaceutical technologist at City Hall. I'm glad to be here, though I came today due to some engagements, and I'm happy for the collaborations. As we strengthen health systems, we'll ensure that through you, as the main human resource in healthcare, pharmaceutical levels, together we'll be able to achieve and move forward. Otherwise, thank you so much, and let's maintain the collaboration between the association, the union, and the management. And I'm happy my chief Getku is here. We collaborate together, and let's maintain that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tom Christopher. So also allow me to give, by the virtue of the constitution of KNUPT, and of course, all the unions in the country, the Secretary General, who is also by virtue of his position, the CEO of the union. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. KPA hoye! KPA hoye! KNUPT viva! KNUPT viva! Pharmaceutical Technologists of Kenya, power! You see, as in the union, we are more like politicians sometimes. And when we are given a platform like this, that's why you'll hear my voice a bit higher. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Yes, my name is Ronald Kodwor. I'm the newly elected National Secretary General and the CEO of KNUPT, as my able chairman has introduced. Thank you. Mine today and in the presentation that we're going to give you is all about the unity. As KPA and KNUPT, we want to work together so that we can fully represent our members. Mmekubaliana na hiyo? Mmekubaliana na hiyo? Mmekubaliana na hiyo? So we, as the NEC, we were given an opportunity to be here, and as the Nairobi branch, we want to be the first people to make this happen. Mmekubaliana na hiyo? Our people united shall never be defeated, right? That is what we believe in, and going forward, you will frequently be seeing us in your meetings, and also as we will be having ours, we shall be inviting KPA so that we can work together. I know some of us may not well know the functions of the KNUPT and the KPA, and today I think that is what we are here to do, so that after the presentation, maybe if we will have a small session for Q&A, we shall answer those ones. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bwana Secretary General. By virtue of the gazettement that actually was done by Trade Registrar of Union, all the unions were supposed to do their elections. The branch elections were supposed to happen from January up to end of March, according to the gazettement that was put in the Kenya Gazette, and all the nationals were supposed to end their elections by June. So you must have realized most unions have done the elections except just about 3 or 4. And until such a time again that the Registrar of Trade Union, which is an office, an arm extended from the office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Labor, shall do gazettement, which ordinarily, according to the Labor Laws Act 207, is after every 5 years. So, ladies and gentlemen, therefore, I would request the media team, kindly, if you could just project. I just want to be really very brief on this. Even as they project, thank you. Oh, thank you so much once again. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll just go briefly like he has shown. So here we have KNUPT, which stands for Kenya National Union of Pharmaceutical Technologists. You remember during the registration, we had so many unions. The particular one called KUDE here, which went to court to oppose that they represent pharmaceutical technologists. We took the case, and it took about almost 2 to 3 years. And on the 15th of 2021, Justice Radido made a decision in the Labor Laws Court that pharmaceutical technologies should be given a union. And so we were granted the registration of the union. So the future of pharmaceutical technologists, basically we talk about professional identity, labor protection, and unity has been said by my able SG. Really can't be moving, guys. Thank you. So the next profession basically is our role. We are talking about one profession and one voice. So we are taking care, the key message here being we are one profession regardless of where we work. Public sector, private sector, academia, industry, community pharmacy, and any other place that perhaps you have not mentioned, feel included. So the profession is growing, but so are the challenges equally. So we have a lot of things that are happening. We have poor pays, we have job insecurity, we have workplace exploitation. But all these, ladies and gentlemen, skill without protection leads to exploitation. And that is why we come in as a union. If you remember how union actually was first ever registered in the world, it happened through a very funny means in Northern Ireland, where actually the cobblers in Northern Ireland felt that they were being exploited. They came together, registered the union. Today, all of us in the world are following what cobblers were able to organize themselves to do. So, indeed, we can do better. Do I need? There's a big question every time we interact with members on the ground, and they keep asking us, I'm already in KPA. Do I need union? And there are also those who are asking us, I'm already in union. Do I need KPA? Ladies and gentlemen, you need both. Because the KPA is very good, especially in is a professional association. CPD trainings, networking, professional standards like we have seen the last, I think yesterday and today. A lot of our colleagues who have really come here with good achievements, career development, advisory role, and professional identity. On the other hand, ladies and gentlemen, you see the union works on the workplace protection, salaries and welfare, labor rights, legal representation, collective bargaining, job security. So your professional identity without labor protection, ladies and gentlemen, it's somehow incomplete. So why union matters? It negotiates the CBS, better salaries, recognition, labor disputes, and this is really so high. Actually, we have, with all the unions that we have interacted with, from KMPDU to NAMLO, to KUKO, to KNUPT, I think the labor disputes are extremely high, and most importantly, especially in the private sector. Government engagement and fair treatment, those become actually our key. If you lose your job unfairly, KPAS may help you, but KNUPT will take actually responsibility to take the issue to the court. That therefore calls for the synergy between the two, for us actually to get better protection for our members. So there has been the elephant in the room where the private sector workers feel this KNUPT is only for people who are in the public sector. But really that has not been the case, because how many of us, especially in the private sector, we have come across so many, in those cases are actually enormous, that have got no written contracts, underpaid for their skills, unfairly dismissed. I think the last 2 weeks you've just had a colleague, it's a matter that is in the court I may not wish to talk much about, who has actually been jailed on a professional issue, not even in the court. The issue was decided and jailed even before we could get wind of it. So this is where the silence at workplace, ladies and gentlemen, may never be the peace. It is actually lack of protection when there is silence at workplace. So unions are not just for people who are in public, but for private sector also need labor protection. Union applies across all workplaces. Labor rights are universal and not conditional. So protection should never depend on employer type. You deserve to be protected. So the private sector is where union protection actually is needed most. So our shared vision, ladies and gentlemen, therefore, we wish to standardize the pay, respect and recognize our colleagues, better working conditions, national representation, strong labor protection, professional growth, and of course, dignity at work. We are not just building a union, ladies and gentlemen, but we are building the future of this profession even for those who will come many years back. Today, KPA is about 45 years old, but I can assure you the people who came up with the KPA, maybe they must have gotten a lot of hurdles. And I was taking a story one day with one of the founders, and he was telling me those days, they never even used to be a phone, mobile phone. So meeting, they used to go and look for their colleagues physically. You walk and go and look for them where they work. Today we are privileged that there is actually digitalization of the world. So unity between, we are partners, and I think this is so important, but we are not competitors. So unity between KPA and KNUPT will actually lead to building both of us. Ladies and gentlemen, our call to action, therefore, is that let us join to participate and protect our future. That would be our main call to action. Union is as strong as its membership, the way even any association is as strong as its membership. So how do people join? And I know this is very key. So one-time registration fee, according to the Constitution of Kenya National Union of Pharmaceutical Technologies, is 1,000. The monthly subscription, according to the Constitution, again, is 500 shillings. I think it's among the lowest if you look all the unions in the country. The payment details, the pay bill number as displayed, and of course your enrollment number becomes your account name. Our offices are at just next to Hurlingham Plaza, Zamira Gardens. I wish to take this opportunity once again to really give a lot of thanks to the leadership of Nairobi branch KPA, and you will go in history that you are the first one to invite union leadership immediately after the elections. Thank you so much, the whole leadership of KPA and the membership of the KPA. And most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, to all of us, I want to give my sincere gratitude for taking this time to listen to us. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much as the union for that opportunity.